pace as well as spin. Amol Bhagwat, in terms of pace, I thought he impressed a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they have made some really good bowling changes, and the bowlers have been able to pick wickets at the right time and not allow them to run away with the game or even actually score too many runs, the required runs.
Fully appreciate what you said. The rotation of bowlers is so important. I think so. Full marks to the captaincy there as well. He's rotated his bowlers very, very well. Knew when to bring in the spinner, brought in himself at the right time, Tejas. And also, though of course I probably thought he could have given it over more to Amol, but I think he's handled his bowlers very well.
Yeah, I think so too.
So 5 down.
Well, now there's a lot of pressure on Prema because they have about 10 overs and they need just about 97, 96 runs.
Yeah, it's about 50 deliveries to get those 96. One of the differences in the two bowling sides has been Prema right from the start has bowled wicket to wicket. Whereas Sathya conceded a lot of freebies by way of wides. Bowled him! One more bites the dust. He plays all over it. 6 down. And Jidit at the non-striking end, the captain is a mere onlooker. From my perspective, Kritika, what I would probably advise Sathya is keep strike with Jinit, give him more strike, and the other batter just needs to play defensively and keep the strike rotating. That will be the formula from here on.
But I think this was a strategy from Team Prema. The captain brought himself on. He was able to keep the other batter on strike, not give him too many loose deliveries, bowl wicket to wicket. And then, at the end of the day, he ended up picking up over 2 wickets. And they haven't conceded a run yet in this over.
I like the way Tejas also bowled. I mean, not just wicket to wicket. His variations. Some of them were tossed up, some of them flatter through the air, some of them, faster through the air as well. So when you have so many variations, you keep the batter guessing.
Yeah, he's been very smart about his bowling. He has been able to vary, and that's what good bowlers do. You should be able to vary and play according to the situation. So, like I said, he didn't give an inch to the batter to get off strike, and that's a very good trait.
He's also managed to get some turn. I thought of all the bowlers we've seen today, I think it's Tejas who's got the maximum amount of turn off the wicket. Also, I think, do you think he's been benefited by the fact that they're bowling second? Because in the first 14 overs or 15 overs of play, there was a fair amount of moisture, particularly in the first 7 or 8 overs. Now that's dried up. And very clearly, once the moisture dries up, it gives more resistance to the spinners.
Ideally it can go either way. Once the wicket dries up, the ball starts coming onto the bat quite well. But then it depends on the bowler how to use his variation and how to use his skills to get the wickets. Also, speaking of turn, Tejas has been bowling quite well, that he's able to make the ball turn occasionally and get the one that comes in with the arm. And that's where the batters are not able to pick him.
Very great point. I agree with you that his arm ball has got him a lot of purchase over here today. That's a very good observation. The one that went through with the arm, they've not been able to pick him. And
नया लिंक चेंज किया ना हमने
सर को
कौन सर
राजगोपालन
कौन राजगोपालन एंडीज ब्रदर अवार्ड
हाँ मैम हाँ मैम
Tejas continues.
Okay.
And as is often said, continuing on the discussion that we had, when you play spin, if you wait to play off the wicket, you're going to be in trouble. And they've not been able to pick Tejas off his palm.
Yeah, it's quite evident that they haven't been able to pick him. Also, the fact they're going on the back foot to play him is probably not the best idea. So, if you try to play him on the front foot or use your feet, that would be the best option.
Yes, indeed, he does toss up. First up, all kinds of trouble, Team Sathya.
ओवर होगा उसका
7 down. Now fighting with their backs to the wall. 12 overs bowled.
ये ईमेल आ जाएगा नहीं
सर नागेश अंकल दिनेश अंकल और साई प्रिया को है उनको भेजा
भेजा है आपने उन्होंने नहीं
सर आपको
देखा
मेल किया
Welcome back from the RCF ground, Sairam. Now we have Jinit on strike. How does Jinit approach this game from here, Kritika? I mean, he's got just 3 batters now to follow and a mountain to climb, 95. Wickets can't be lost. At the same time, the asking rate is well over 10. And he's the only recognized batter left. A lot of responsibility on him, isn't it?
Like you said, you know, I mean, their backs to the wall, so I guess like he'll have to try and keep strike to himself, and probably when the 4th or 5th delivery of the over is bowled, he'll have to try and take a single, and you know he'll have to really think about how to play his game now, as he cannot actually go and play his natural shots anymore. He cannot take those chances because they don't have too many wickets left. But somewhere he will have to go and play a couple of his shots, because they need runs at the end of the day.
Not if they continue bowling like that, though. You can't play too many strokes if they bowl like that. The ball also kept low on that occasion. But I take your point, yes. He'll have to take singles. And keep as much strike to himself.
Also, you know, there's the non-striker also has a lot of responsibility to, you know, take a single and not get out, because another wicket over here could, I mean, they're already in a lot of trouble. Like I said, another wicket over here could, you know, diminish whatever little chance is left for them to win this game.
What about outside chance? I agree with you. So, like the shot that he just tried playing. Play all along the ground, take the singles, give as much strike as possible to Jinit.
Also, you know, this is very good captaincy to have slip now for the new batter. Because, I mean, like a delivery before he just edged it. And I feel like the slip could have been brought a little earlier too, because, I mean, oh yeah, another second slip has been brought.
Oh, that should be buys.
बॉलर को विनोद है
Goes for a wild swipe. Doesn't matter how they come, so long as they come 4 buys. Welcome for Team Sathya. Yes, indeed, you called for one more slip, and there you said we should have more than 1 slip, and you have 2 slips now. Good thinking there.
So, you know, when you bring slip into play, I mean, the batter's under pressure already, because he knows that he cannot edge it, and now, you know, they don't have too many wickets. So he'll have to play, I mean, he knows that he's not going to get runs via edges. Also, this is now, actually, they've reached the tail that's coming to bat. So this is a really good captaincy.
Fumble, but don't run off fumbles, not all fumbles. Don't run off misfields unless you're 100% sure there's a run. Over bowled. 53 for 7 of 13 overs. 90 needed. 42 deliveries.
Bowler. Every match का
यहाँ से सपोर्ट में आएगा समझ में आएगा
हाँ मैम
That's lofted in the air. Has he cleared mid-on? Yes, he has. We'll get just a couple for that. Amol sends in the return to the not sacking end and back up there.
I feel like the running between the wickets could be slightly better because Jinnit would probably want to keep strike to himself, and this had some good amount of air time. This probably could have pushed for 2. Short 1, down the leg side, wide. We get a single as buys. Wide.
3 runs in this over so far. Four deliveries left and Jinnit on strike. Short and length, I went for that. He's gone for it. Deposited it to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. Absolute long hop and got the kind of treatment it deserved. Tell you what, more deliveries like that and we could have a game on our hands. They've bowled well so far and they need to keep the pressure on. This over has gone for quite a few already. 7 runs. Oh, that's wide, wide. He's spraying it all around.
Well, effectively, he's just bowled 2 deliveries yet, and they've already given 8 runs. So this is a good over for Team Sathya. Another wide.
Well, this is an interesting field placing behind the wicketkeeper to prevent those buys. We did see a lot of buys going when Sathya also bowled. Short and length goes after it. Will this carry down to the boundary? Yes, it will. Down to the long leg boundary. 4 more.
Sathya KK manages to find a boundary.
Sometimes, Kritika, these kind of overs can swing the momentum. The batting side starts believing in themselves. 12 runs already. He sprayed it all around. Gets a thick outside edge. Was it off bat? Yes, and 2 more deliveries left in this over. It's a long, long over.
Yeah. Because he's bowled too many wides, he's given too many extras.
Bowled him! Right in the block hole. Just when we were saying that he spread it all around, he gets one right in the block hole.
He manages to find one right in the stumps. And he manages to get him bowled.
So Jinnit, is that the last hope for Team Sathya gone? Yoked, completely yoked. Now, we keep saying that wickets is what it's all about. You may concede a few runs, but if you get a couple of key wickets, you've done your job. Tell you what, he did it.
Yeah, and Jinnit's wicket was the prized one that they were looking for, and now they know that the match is theirs. But it's just about bowling those remaining overs or taking the remaining wickets. 31.
Absolutely.
31.
So Jinnit played well, 31. You would have liked to see his team through.
But
8 down now,
unfortunately
8
for
down.
Jinnit, he didn't have anybody to support him from the other end, and I think that just probably caused him to make that error of playing across to a foolish delivery.
Also, that Yorker took him by surprise. I mean, that was right in the block hole.
You know, these things can happen when a bowler is bowling too many balls or he's just not accurate, and then one comes right at the stumps. You can lose your focus a little bit.
I agree with you. That was against a run of play, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, that would have taken him by surprise or by shock. Because he was spraying it all around.
Also,
And
he
suddenly you
wasn't
get one in the block hole.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that.
Updating score.
All said and done, was a very good delivery bowled by the bowler.
Score chat.
One delivery that gets a batter. One good delivery.
All messages. Typing का जो सीन है. Report.
Also, that's why before any match, and in the huddle, we always speak about bowling 10 good deliveries. That's all you require. 10 good deliveries, 10 wickets, and the game is yours.
Oh, wow, that's an excellent thinking, isn't it? Get 10 good deliveries, 10 wickets, the game is yours. Wonderful formula.
Also, as a bowler, you gotta be positive and try to keep bowling at the stumps and trying to bowl in that corridor of uncertainty. A ball or two here and there, it happens to everybody, but then you gotta back yourself and try to get the wicket of the batter.
Oh yes, I couldn't agree with you more. The odd ball that goes for a boundary could happen to the best of bowlers, but so long as you have bigger figures in that last column of your bowling analysis, the wickets column, that's what matters.
And that's what everybody sees.
Absolutely, that's what everybody sees.
देखा तो
What's the figure in that last column? Kitna, boss?
14 overs, 74.
14
14 overs bowled, 70 for 8, 36 legitimate deliveries now, 73 to get.
74
If you had wickets in hand, this is a possibility. The problem is 8
14
wickets they've lost. Nice to see Amol Bhagat back, isn't it, Kritika? He's impressed me a lot. How about you?
I couldn't agree with you more. His first spell was absolutely amazing. He didn't give the batter any room to open their arms or even also he got the first wicket of Agastya in the first over itself. He didn't give him any room. Also, he's been very accurate with his bowling. He doesn't give too many loose deliveries. Also, it creates a lot of pressure on the batters that whenever the loose ball comes, you have to, convert it into a boundary or at least take a couple because we're playing a T20.
Talking of his first spell that you mentioned about, I like that length, just the back of a length. Get the batter in 2 months, play front or back. He's also very pacey. He's got that disconcerting bounce. So he did all about everything to create problems for the batters.
Oh, misfield and that'll go to the boundary for a 4.
Doesn't matter how they, so long as they come for Team Sathya. Something played straight to the fielder at mid-off, misfielded. 4 runs accrued.
इधर bite उससे
Adding to what you said, not only did he hit the right length, he was able to move the ball a little bit. Also, he was able to make use of the conditions. We speak in T20 cricket, dot balls are like, the ones that create pressure. Singles, still are okay, singles and doubles, but then dot balls, he was able to create those. And that's the hallmark of a good bowler.
Yes, indeed. And all that is because of what you said. Didn't give any room and also bowled that kind of a nagging length, line and length that he maintained. Also pacey. He didn't give batters too much time, At that pace, you need to quickly use your footwork and get in line and length of the delivery. So he bowled well. He's been very impressive.
Great. Credit to the bowler because even if you have pace, you got to maintain line and length because just pace is not enough. Pace, if you just, if you're bowling too full, you're bowling too short, can be clobbered. And we have seen it in the past. Like I said, pacey but too short has been clobbered to the boundary.
There's an old phrase, the commentators curse. Moment the commentators praises something exactly the opposite happens. That was short for the first time actually in this match. Amol Bhagat pitching it so short, enough time for the batter to swivel onto his back foot and pull it round the corner for 4.
There was a fielder in the deep, but he played it very well in the gap.
79 for 8, 14.3.
79 for 8, 14.3 overs. 64 needed. 33 deliveries. Will we see a twist in the tail? Will we see some big hitting? They go up and appeal, but don't get the nod of the umpire. All these things happen, put pressure on the umpire.
The umpire remains unmoved.
And the batter telling the wicketkeeper over there that it was off the pad, mate. There was no wood onto that.
अरे
Suddenly you feel like things are going Sathya's way, Team Sathya's way. That's a distinctive, field placement. He's right behind the umpire. And it's not exactly a mid-on position or mid-off. He's, like I said, he's right behind the umpire. And as we've spoken before, you don't have too many fielders out there positioned.
It's very straightish mid-on. Just outside the 30-yard. He's giving him out. He's giving him out.
It looked plumb the moment the ball hit the pad, and the umpire just had to do the formality of raising the finger.
Very clearly, the only thing that could have saved him an inside edge, and in the opinion of the umpire, there was no wood, and the long walk back to the pavilion. 9 down. 15 overs bowled. 80 for 9. 15 overs bowled, 80 for 9.
80/9.
30 deliveries,
15.
63 to get. Just the 1 wicket in hand.
Speaking of the 10th wicket partnership, Team Prema were about to score about 25 to 30 runs in the 10th wicket partnership. That's what I think has changed the complexion of the game. If this itself would have been around 111, 120, probably Sathya would have fancied their chances in winning this game.
Absolutely great point. Now imagine, had it been 110, they would have still said with 1 wicket we can do it. But how well did the last wicket for Team Prema pull it to 142? Great point. Tries to bowl in the block all dug away, back along the wicket.
Also, 110, 120 is just about 5 to 6 runs per over, which is, which doesn't create a lot of pressure, because they know that even if they get a couple of quiet overs, they can cover it up in the next overs, like if they are able to get a couple of big overs. Also,
I take your point. When you're over 7 and over, now when Prema bowled so beautifully in the power play, they took it to over 8.5 at the end of power play, the required run rate, and then it just went on going up, and when it reaches double figures, it becomes very difficult. Whereas if your asking rate at the start is 5 or 5.5 or 6, it goes up to 7, 7.5, still gettable.
Like the way Jinit was batting, if it would have been somewhere around 110, 120, he would have batted in a completely different way.
It's that pressure, scoreboard pressure, the required run rate pressure. Well tossed up, thick outside edge. Will it be cut off? Yes, it will. Just a single. Oh, they go for the second. There's a possibility at the non-strikers end. Oh, he's gone.
There was no need for the run over there because the throw had already been completed.
That's it then. You can see the celebrations out there in the middle. Team Prema has won this match handsomely. It's a good win. At the end of the day, it's a good win. They won by huge margin. Full credit to the initial batters who played so well in the power play, number 1. Number 2, the 10th wicket partnership, over 30. Number 3, the way in which the bowlers bowled.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. I feel like even like the 3 points you said, also adding to the bowling changes and I mean, the way the field was placed, the new batter was not given an inch. He was, I mean, the moment the batter came in, he was under pressure. Also, the bowlers didn't bowl too many loose deliveries, which is always very helpful for the team.
Yes, indeed, I agree with you. Captaincy, in addition to 3 points that I talked about, well brought out by you, Kritika, that captaincy, rotation of bowlers, field placing were also excellent, which contributed significantly to Team Prema's win. And yes, this is the right way to do it. This is the right way to do it. You know, shake both the teams shaking hands, and that's the spirit of the game. 81 all out, Team Sathya, and this has been a very, very good win. Tell you what, congratulations to Team Prema. They really bowled, fielded, batted beautifully over here. They won this game by 61 runs. So Team Prema winning the first game of the day over here at the RCF ground of the Maharashtra West 1 Sathya Sai League. With the news that Team Prema has won the first game, we'll take a short break. We'll be back in about 40 minutes time for the second game of the day. Till then, from all of us over here, take a break, enjoy your lunch. Sai Ram.
लाइव का चल रहा है क्या? मेरा बैग से चेन निकाल दो ना कर देना अरे भाई वो अभी टॉस लाइव करने बोला, वो टॉस लाइव करने विनिंग की प्रेमाची लागली. विनिंग की दूसरा टॉस. अरे फर्स्ट हाफ की विनिंग थी ना वो बाबा, उन्होंने बोला सुनते जाना, थोड़ा बाजू में बैठे कर भी नहीं बैठे. हाँ हाँ मैम, वो कर रहे थे. तो वो लोगों ने वहाँ पे सब हेलो. मैम वो लोग ग्रुप पे चले गए. ऊपर कोई नहीं है, सब एक ही कैमरा पे. चलेगा वो अब तो उसका निकालने बोला. उसका ये अभी तो टॉस चल रहा है.
अरे तो टाइम पूरा है.
चिपक रहा है. चिड़चिड़ होती है.